Now in this video I want to show you how to apply Polygel the right way and how to not apply it. This nail has had a manicure and now all I need to do is prep the surface and apply my base coat. So I'm going to start right away. I'm using my buffer 180 grits and I'm using the 180 grits side. I'm gently going over my surface just to make it dull. Not applying any pressure, just softly dulling the area like this. This is all that's needed for my prep. Then I'm taking a wipe with some cleanser / dehydrator. I'm gonna use this over my whole surface. I'm gonna roll this in a wood stick to really be precise around the edges, since any dust can create liftings. So to have the perfect retention, this is a necessary step. Now I'm going to take my base coat and primer. In this case I have a non-acid primer, just use whatever brand is suitable for you. This cannot go on the cuticle area or the skin, so be careful with that. Now to apply my base coat, I'm gently going in, being very careful not to touch my skin or cuticle, since it will flood there. And if it floods there, you're going to have a chance on allergies, but also your retention will not be okay. With my base, it is important not to build. You cannot build with a base coat, and also it's important not to leave too thin of a layer. So just create it as like a gel polish layer. This is what it's looking like, and now you can put it in the lamp to harden it. Now for my Polygel application, I'm gonna of course need Polygel. It can come in a tube and it can come in a jar. It's just what you prefer to work with. I also use this spatula for it. If you work with a tube, you can scrape it off like this, and if you work with a jar, you can scoop it out like that. Just use what you prefer yourself. Now what you need is Polygel, a brush. You can also use a wood stick to scrape up the Polygel, just use what you want, and some alcohol. So my base coat has been in the lamp and I'm removing the tacky layer. I'm going to use a different brand of Polygel on it, and to not have it interfere with each other chemically, I'm doing this. Now what I need is my solution, a brush, a thick wipe, my tool, and of course my Polygel itself. I'm going to prep my brush in my solution. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 1, 2. Now to see, this is the right amount of wetness. If it's looking like this, then it's way too wet. So that's why 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it's like that. So with my tool, I'm going to pick up a little bit of my Polygel and I'm going to apply it on my apex. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to keep my brush flat, and I'm just doing this. I'm going to flatten it out. So flatten it that way, and then this way, first to the sides. And as I'm doing that, I'm also angling my brush like this over the surface. And once you have done that, so I'm not like pressing in it, I'm just gently tapping. I need to keep my brush wet. Now I need to move it to my cuticle area. So I'm gonna angle my brush a bit and I'm tapping it and at the same time pushing it softly, like small motions, since we don't want a thick edge around our cuticle. I'm going to do that all over our surface without having my product running into my cuticle. And now from the side, here you can see the smooth area there. And now without touching my apex, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna pull my product a little bit forward, not like pushing it and pulling, just tapping and swipe, tapping and swipe. That's all you need to do. So doing that this way, gently pulling forward without touching my apex or my cuticle area. Also angling my brush. And then at the edge of it, like this. Now I want to show you from the side again. And here you can see the way it's built up. The cuticle area is very thin. My apex is large enough, but not too thick. And then my overlay goes all the way to the free edge, connecting at the sides. And from the front, it's also looking like a thin nail. And when you have it looking like this, you can put it in the lamp to harden, file the free edge, and you're done. You can also apply your polygel with a wood stick. And what I would recommend for doing that is dipping your wood stick in your alcohol, just a bit, and tapping it off on your wipe. That way you can pick up without it sticking to your polygel. So just scoop up a bit, apply it on your apex, and then you can, with your wood stick, just like a brush, tap it from one side to another, like angling your wood stick with the nail, making it flat, but not touching the skin. Bit more alcohol. Now for the cuticle area, you can just angle it a bit like this and then push it back gently. Like that. And then you can bring it forward by not pushing, but just tapping your polygel and scraping it forward a bit. All with gentle motions and no pressure at all. This is also a fine way to apply it. But the thing is with this is that you can see your tapping spots, which you don't really have when using a brush. So I am still gonna go in with my brush, 1, 2, and I'm gonna smooth out my area. So you can do the hard work with your wood stick and then just fine tune it with your brush. And again, no need for pressure. I'm just softly tapping, brushing over it. Just take all the streaks out. And when you do it like this, all you need to do in the end is just take a buffer over it, and there's not even a need for filing. Here you can see our smooth application again. At the top, I'm just gonna push it like this. You can also just leave it sticking out a bit since we're gonna file anyway. But then here is what this is looking like. This can go in a lamp. I can do a buffer over it, just file by the free edge, and you would be done for applying top coat or gel polish. And then there are also a lot of ways you shouldn't apply polygel. And that is with like a thick scoop like this. No need for that. You can just start off with a small bit. Some apply it to the top. Don't do that because you're gonna have a hard time moving it all back. You always apply it to this area. But the most struggle people have with this is they work with too wet of a brush or too dry. And I want to show you what happens when you use a dry brush. Like this brush has no moisture almost. What will happen is when you tap it, it will stick to your brush like this, and you're gonna have a hard time applying it. So you do need to keep it moist. And what a lot of people are doing is this, to push it back. But as you can see, it's gonna be lumpy and you're gonna have your stuff in the cuticle area and everything. Also, don't work it like a gel. Don't stroke it this way because you're gonna get polygel all up in your brush and then it's gonna keep sticking. Work it as like a completely different product. Just gentle taps and gentle motions and it will do the work itself. Also, a very big issue I see is people applying too much to the cuticle area. And that way, you can see here, you're gonna have a little lump there. And when the nail's growing out, it's gonna get liftings and it's not looking good. You want your nail to look thin and even. And too thick of a product is not necessary. Since it is a hard product, a thin layer is enough, depending on your length, of course. But for an overlay like this, you don't have to use a lot of product. What you also should be careful of is when you have like your product application nice from here, it's looking smooth, and then people are like taking away the apex, like making it all flat and then like leaving a big lump on top. First, like tap it flat, work to the cuticle area with your brush angled like this, and then you're gonna start here after your apex. If you, for example, have like a bubble in your polygel, you can just use your wood stick and then just like pop your bubble. Now you have a hole in it, but that's not a problem because with your brush, just flatten it out again and it will mix right in there. Here you see that. And the good thing about this is that you can keep working this until you put it in the lamp to harden. So there's no need to stress, there's no need to panic, there's no need to work quickly. It's not gonna run. You can leave your nail like this. You can hold it upside down, whatever. It's not gonna do anything. If you are a beginner, this is a very nice product to work with. You do need to get the hang of it a bit, but just try it out, work it out, and you can have a nice, thin, smooth application. And if you have too much product, it's also a good thing to show. You can just take your wood stick and take the excess product off like that. And if you did accidentally touch the skin, what you can do, you can go with your wood stick around the edge to fix it. Then after that, use your brush again to make it look nice again. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was all about the basics of applying polygel. You can do a lot of fun things with this. You can enhance your nails on forms, you can use dual forms, you can create baby booms, glitter inlays, whatever. I'm gonna do more on that later. These were the basics. I hope you have enjoyed the video and I hope to see you on the next one. As always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and have a very good day.